Hello and welcome to Cold Leads to Hot Prospects While You Sleep. My name is Sean Snowday and I am the founder and the voice of Coach Marketing Mastery. And we're going to be going over how to follow up with all your cold and unengaged leads, even your unsubscribes, and learn how to get them back on board and get 5 new clients within the next 30 days. Okay, so a little bit about me. I have worked with a digital marketer as a partner. I've been a partner with Infusionsoft, which is now Keep, for over a decade. I was the face of GKIC Digital Solutions, and I've partnered with many other companies and funneling companies. And pretty much, I'm just a super nerd. But enough about me. Let's just get into you. And right now, we just want you to be here. So let's be here. Turn off your mobile phone if you're watching this on your computer. Let's disengage, put the pets in the other room, let your spouse know that you're busy, and maybe get the kids into the park where they can play outside and get off of their devices. Now, this requires focus, so I want you to pull up your bootstraps, get ready, and we're going to just jump right into it. So I want to ask you a question, one entrepreneur to another. Wouldn't it be neat if you could follow up with all of your leads that go dead every month? Now, 80% of your leads go cold every month. They start become unengaged and unmarketable. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean by that. So let's say you get 100 leads, okay? 20% are hot, 20% are not, and 60% of them are on the fence. So if you get 100 leads a month, 20% of them, you're going to close those. You already know they're qualified, they're great leads, they're hot to trot, and you're like, I'm going to close these. And then next month, I'm going to close another 20. Now, 20% are just cold. They're unqualified. They're not going to close. They probably will never close. Just throw them in long-term nurture and maybe they might come back. But listen, 60% of your leads are warm. They need to think about it. They need to talk with their spouse. They need to talk with their partner. They need to, the two biggest objections are, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, right? So you got to override these objections. Now, here's the deal. If you get 100 leads a month and you close 20% of those, 80% are on the fence. Now, wouldn't it be neat if you had a way to follow up with those 60%? And let me tell you why this is so important. Because when the next month comes, you get another 100 leads. Those 20% are hot, 20% are not, and 60% are on the fence. So, in that sense, within 60 days, 120% of your leads that you pay good money for are on the fence and you're not following up with them, and you are leaving money on the table, my friends. So we need to know how to scoop that change, bring it on board, and get 5 new clients in the next 30 days or less. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So go ahead, pull up your bootstraps, get all the sharp objects off your desk, and put on your seatbelt because we're going to rock and roll. So let's get right into this. Let me tell you the marketing tools that you already have. So you already most likely have a lead magnet, like what I like to call a money magnet. And this is going to be something that's free. It's like a lot of pink spoon marketing. You go into Baskin Robbins, you get a free bite of ice cream. You already know what you want. I want butter pecan, but I'm going to try all 30 flavors because I'm a glutton like that, right? You also have your frequently asked questions. I don't know why people don't use this in their marketing, but it's really important because a lot of times people are researching you before they buy. And if you don't have your FAQs out there or in your campaigns, then you're not overriding objections that are being created. The next thing are your top 10 objections. You want to get those all together. Like I said, the top 2 are I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time. And then, of course, you want to have all your testimonials together. Okay. Now, here is the process. The process is you want to have your special report or your lead magnet. You want to have your frequently asked questions, and these are going to be used because a lot of people are going to ask a question, and rather than have to research it's just going to be in their inbox, in their text, or maybe it'll be in a video of you answering those. You want to get together your top 10 objections and your top 10 objection overrides. I'm going to go into that probably later on, but you definitely want to take either a snapshot of this screen or you want to take notes on everything I'm saying right now, because you could probably build this yourself and you don't even need me, and you don't even have to automate this. You could do it manually, especially if you're doing big ticket $15,000, $20,000, $50,000 offers. Okay. Now, you do want to get your top 10 testimonials. A lot of people, they tell me all the time, Sean, I have thousands of testimonials. I'm like, what are your top 10? And they're like, it doesn't really matter. No, it does matter. And then you also want to have a bonus report. That's going to be like a second lead magnet. And the reason you want that is because in this campaign, you want to pile on the cool and bring more value because you're selling big ticket. Okay. So, just a little bit about my company. Our mission is to help businesses effectively nurture and convert leads into customers. Our vision is to effectively convert leads, experience sustainable growth, and increase profitability. So, we really want you to help you grow. We want to help you scale, and then we want to help you exit. And our values are to place customer satisfaction at the center of everything we do. So, we actually use tools to where you can interact and connect with us in a powerful way. Okay. Now we're going to go into this whole process. So the first thing is, I want you to write this down on the piece of paper. I want you to write down the name of your lead magnet. Your lead magnet is going to be like an ebook or a video series or something to the effect where someone's going to give you their name and their email in exchange for something that you offer for free. Okay. The next thing is, once you have that, now, you're not going to put this on the internet, even though it might already be out there. This could be a PDF, and I actually put it on a USB drive when I run this campaign. So you're going to learn more about that. So this is how week one would go. Now, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know in the next few minutes, but the process, you have to really get the timeline down. So understand, week one, if you're on the phone with someone and you say, my offer is, let's say, $15,000, and they say, let me think about it. I need to talk with my partner. I don't have the time to do all that. Um, all these other objections on why they can't do it. It's the holidays. I'm going on vacation, then you can actually run this campaign. And what you're going to do is you're going to send a free report. And at the end of the call, this is for people that do not have a fiduciary responsibility, by the way. This is for people that can control their own pricing for their offers, and they can extend an offer for 30 days. So let's say it's $15,000 and you go, look, I'm going to give you $1,500 off right now if you buy right now. And you do every objection override and they still don't go with it. You could say, I'm going to extend this for the next 30 days, this $1,500 off, but you're going to have to make a decision in the next 30 days. Now, as you're closing that 20% of your hot calls, this is the 60% that are on the fence. So what you're going to do is you're going to mail something in the snail mail. And what I say is I do a USB drive. So this costs about $5. I know it because I do this and I put it in an envelope. On my USB drive, I have a book, I have a couple books, I have a video series, I have all the scripting, all the content. Everything that I'm teaching right here, I have in a video series and you get all the content. However, this is for the high ticket individuals that I work with, right? They've already been qualified. They're already on the line with me. I'm showing you how to do this on how you can close your $15,000 to $30,000 deals. The 60% are on the fence, right? So right when you put that envelope in the mail, the day you do it, you're going to send them, actually right when you hang up the phone, you have to mail this the same day or the process, the timeline doesn't work. But what you're going to do is you're going to say, hey, Betty or Sam or Cindy or Mike, I would like to send you some information and I'm going to keep this offer open for the next 30 days. What's your address? Now you got their address, you have their phone number, you have their email address. Right when you hang up, you send them an email confirmation. And the email confirmation is going, hey, thanks for talking with me. Be sure to check your mail in the next few days. You're going to be receiving an envelope. And what I do is I put a red stamp on it. It's going to have a red stamp on it. So just keep your eye open for that. Let your admin know it's going to come in through a mail. It's going to be bulky and you're definitely going to know there's something in it. And it's going to be from me. And then you're going to say, watch your mailbox. So week one, in a couple days, like a day or two afterwards, you're going to send another email that says, hey, watch your mailbox. In the next day or two, you're going to be getting this bulky email. So again, it goes like this. You're going to tell them, I'm going to send you a free report. Right when you hang up, you're going to send them an email confirmation, letting them know it's coming and to whitelist your email, by the way. And then in a day or two or three, they're going to get another email that says, watch your mailbox. That's going to be week one. Another thing you could do is you can make the phone call or you could have your admin call them and say, hey, we just want you to know you're going to be receiving something in the mail. Um, Make sure it's going to have a red stamp on it. It's going to be bulky. By the way, do you have any questions? So when your admin makes the call, the person might go, you know what? I talked with my spouse, and my spouse said, go ahead and go with it. Spend the money because it's a really wise decision, right? Now, if they don't do that on week 2, you're going to send the 30-day offer. You're going to tell them that it's expiring. Okay. You're going to ask them if they read the free report. So whatever you put in that USB drive or whatever you mailed to them, you're going to ask them. Now, you're not going to say, did you read it? Just say, what did you think about it? Right? Have your admin call, send an email. Hey, you should have received this. Did you receive this? Ask them to reply. What did you think about it? Now, a few days after that, remember, we're going in weeks 2 and 3. You're going to send them some testimonials. These testimonials are going to be on postcards. They're going to be beautiful. They could be handwritten, especially if you're doing a $50,000 offer. You can personally handwrite this and personalize this card. If you want to make the $50,000, then just handwrite it yourself. It will show that you really care and that you're really in it to win it. Okay. Now that's going to be weeks 2 and 3. Now we're coming into the final running, which is week 4. And week 4 is you're going to send them an, another reminder bonus saying, or a notice saying, hey, you were running out of time. And then after all is said and done, after week 4, after the 30 days, you send them one last gas saying, hey, why didn't you respond? Now, they may or may not respond. They might say, you know what? I went on an emergency vacation, or we had an emergency in my family and I had to fly to another state. I had to take care of some stuff, or I had to put out fires, whatever happened. They might reply at that survey. And then they also might respond in there, oh, there's some stuff I didn't understand. And they're going to help you make a better campaign, maybe tighten up your copy. All right. Now, before you go through this process, there's a few things you need to know. First of all, it's called your inner consumer. Now, the inner consumer is the thing in your head that says, I would never want to be marketed to that way. Therefore, I'm never going to market that way. Don't listen to it. Listen, I was with my mom on the holidays on Thanksgiving, and my mother and all these other 80-year-olds were in the room, and a lawyer came in and he said, listen, I have these offers for you. And if you buy it right now, it's $1,000. But when I walk out that door, it's $5,000. My mom got really mad. She's like, they shouldn't do that. We should have time to think about this and everything. Now, if the lawyer would have ran this campaign, he might have been able to win her over. But what she was mad about is he had the urgency and the time limitation on it, right? And the benefit of the savings. And I was like, Mom, listen, the guy said if you pay $1,000 right now, if you buy it right now, you save $4,000. Okay. But the minute he walks out that door, it goes to $5,000. And she's like, I don't like to be marketed that way. I go, but Mom, you save coupons. I know you. You raised me. I know for a carton of milk, you'll take a coupon for 50 cents and you'll set it aside because it expires in the next 2 weeks. That's the same thing. You're going to save some money and there's a time limit on it. So don't listen to your inner consumer when you hear any type of marketing techniques that you don't like. The reason people like myself are telling you these is because they work. The next thing is you need to prepare all of this in advance. You need to have all the content, the copy, especially the timeline. What day do you send this? What day do you send that? How does it all go? What is the psychology of everything? What needs to be said? What needs to be said in week number 3 is not what's said in week number 1. And it also has to be automated if you're doing this on a large scale. If you're doing it on a small scale, you could do all this manually. You get all the content, all the copy, and everything. So this is a little bit about what our worksheet looks like. So you're going to write down your free report. So you can do this right now. If you're watching this video right now, write down your free report. I was working with a chiropractor one time. We came up with this top 10 exercises you can do at your desk to alleviate back pain, right? Make a special offer that ends in 30 days. So the free report from him was how to do stretches in your chair or in your office, right? And then the email confirmation is, it was a pleasure talking with you today. That right there says that email needs to go out immediately. You can't send it out the next day because it's not going to make sense. So you really need to understand that you have to follow this process and the timeline, or it's not going to work. And it says, I really appreciate you taking the time to tell us a little bit about who you are and how you help others. Remember to keep an eye out for a red stamped envelope in your snail mail over the next few days. I will have my admin give you a follow-up call to make sure it arrives safely and intact. So when I send these out, then people get a phone call following up, or I can reach them through Facebook, LinkedIn. Now, remember, I wrote this over a decade ago, so it was a little different back then, okay? Now, another thing that you get with what I'm offering today is you get the digital video tutorials. So not only do you get all the content and everything, but you also get the video series for 30 days. And the reason I put a 30-day limitation on it is because um, the 30-day limitation is really saying that you're going to implement this. You're going to build this. You're not just going to buy this and put it on the back burner. That's what so many people do. They pay for something they never implement. So I give you 30 days to do it. And we'll also throw in a one-on-one coaching call for the first 10 people that go into this. So again, the remote video training is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's online video tutorials that you can access anytime you want for the next 30 days. And then the one-on-one coaching with me, you get that. It's in my high ticket offer, you get 4 calls. With this one, you're going to get 1 call with me, but I'm going to help you go through everything. So you're going to want to watch the video series, go through everything, then set the call with me, and then we'll make sure everything's set up. Okay. Now, I wrote all of this copy over a decade ago, and it still works today. And I value this copy at $2,000. And the reason being is it took me a long time, not just to write the copy, but to get it right and get the timeline right. That was the most important part. I had to literally mail stuff from New York, from Florida, from Texas, and from California, go back and forth so I knew how the post office worked. Okay. You get the remote video training, all the video series, you get that for 30 days. I value that at $1,000. And what's going to happen there is you're going to be able to go in there, you're going to learn everything, you're going to build everything out, put it in your voice, and then you set up the coaching call with me. And on that coaching call, I'm going to make sure that everything's set up correctly. So when you roll this out, you'll have the confidence to know it's going to be go out the right way, and you're going to make more money in less time with less effort because it's all set up correctly. Now, again, the worksheets and all the information that I value at $2,000, today you get that at $997. Also, all of the timeline, everything from weeks 1 through 4, I value all that at $2,000. You're going to get that today at $997. Okay, so we take $1,000 off that. The remote video training, we're going to cut that off to $500. So you're going to get all the video training for 30 days. And just the video training alone is worth every penny of what I'm saying here. You could do this without the coaching call, but I'm going to throw that in. So all of this put together is about $2,500. And what you get is you get the content, the worksheets, the copy, the timeline, the 30-day videos, and the one-on-one coaching. But if you make the decision today to work with me, you get everything at this special introductory offer of $97. Okay, you're going to get everything. You're going to get all of the content, all the information. The first 10 people that do this are going to get a coaching call with me. Everything $97 right now. And also, I'm going to give you access to my automated marketing summit. So that means you're going to get the ticket to my automated marketing summit, where I have coaches and business consultants that are 7-digit companies online. Now, we usually have about 100 people signed up to this. You're going to be added in there, and you're also going to be in there VIP, to where you're going to learn about automation campaigns and marketing. You're going to get a free ticket to come into there. And not only that, if you're not 100% happy with everything you get, after you go through the video training, you build everything, and you go through the one-on-one coaching call with me. If you're not happy with everything you get after you build the whole campaign, go through everything, and I go over the coaching call with you, and I make sure everything's set up. If you're not 100% happy about it, I will refund every penny, no questions asked. Again, it's $97. So go ahead, click the button, put in your name, your email, and I'll see you then.